All the talk right now is on trade deadline. Dan Rosen tweeting out, Alain Vigneault says Ryan Mcdonagh is coming along. He said it's 50-50 if he travels to the West Coast with the Rangers, and they will know after the game tonight. So read into that however you want. To add to this, the context of the question was McDonagh's injury, and AV says if it were crunch time, McDonagh would probably be playing. It's crunch time as far as trade deadline time goes, so you don't want to put a guy in there that may be banged up and risk further injuries. So how do you guys read into this situation, Ryan Mcdonagh, and what do you think the future holds for him between now and tomorrow, 3 p.m.?
I think he's going to be traded. You cannot risk having an asset hurt. That is what he is right now. He's a captain who's had a great career with the New York Rangers. I think it's about to come to an end, and there's going to be a lot of teams that look to grab him. I mean, to add a guy like this on a very, very friendly contract, he's going to be looking to get paid after next year. He's in that big class with Doughty and Carlson, but he can play. He's a warrior. I talked to guys in the Rangers, say this guy will play through anything. You remember him playing last year with a broken foot. He's just someone that can make a big difference, moving the puck. Not a top offensive defenseman, but plays in the second unit of the power play, shutdown guy. So I think he'll be traded, and whoever gets him is that's a big addition to add to your blue line.
The floodgates have opened as far as trades for the New York Rangers. Yep. They want to continue to rebuild and add assets, so I would expect him to be traded as well, and he would be a good addition to a lot of teams. Smooth skater, can log a lot of minutes, could fit in nicely on a real good team that's going for the cup, going for a run. I always mention the Toronto Maple Leafs. I mean, I think
everyone's mentioned them for this.
But the Tampa Bay Lightning, if they rumors of this Erik Karlsson thing, that might be just too much to give up, and too complicated of a deal. And maybe they look at a Ryan Mcdonagh possibly.
Yeah.
Another trade piece in this game for the other team, Mike Green, won't be playing in this one. It sounds like he's missed 5 straight games. We'll have to see if it's another precautionary scratch tonight. But this is another name we've been hearing a whole lot about as trade deadline quickly approaches. You think this guy gets moved? And if so, what's the team getting that trades for him?
They're getting a puck-moving defenseman. And, he's not going to be playing against other teams' top lines, but he can run a power play. He can shoot a puck. Guy scored 30 goals twice in the NHL. I heard some rumblings that he kind of wanted to get into a game to show teams he was healthy in terms of trade, his trade value. But I think everyone knows that he's battling injury right now, so you're getting him and maybe he wouldn't be playing right away. But he's going to make a big difference on the power play for a team. Play 20 to 22 minutes a game, I think, for whoever gets him a contender. And like I said, not playing against the first or second lines, but playing a lot of power play situations, and a lot of times maybe getting out with your first line when you're at home, get him adding into the rush, fourth man. So he can make a big difference offensively.
Occasionally there's some defensive deficiencies. That's what you get with high-risk players, but the skill...
The opposite of you. He's the opposite of you.
Opposite of me. I wish I could do what Mike Green could do. But you mentioned the shot. Terrific wrist shot, getting the puck through from the point. Certain defensemen have that knack, and he's had it for a lot of years, and you talked about 30 goals a couple of times. I mean, that's not easy to do from the back end, but he's got a great shot for guys to tip and front. You see redirections all the time. You need it against these big goaltenders, and he always seems to get it past that first wave of defenders that are going out to block shots, and we know how many teams block shots with regularity now and get sticks and legs in the lane. He seems to get that puck through, so it'll be a nice addition somewhere.
All right, Mike Green could be traded between now and Monday. Who knows? But our fans, they're kind of percolating the tweets already. So what do you think about this one, guys? Mike Green to Toronto for a first-round pick, and Kasperi Kapanen. That from Ryan and a billion digits.
I don't think you're getting the first.
No? No?
You can wish. You can wish. I mean, who knows?
What do you think? What do you think it would take to get Mike Green out of Detroit?
Possibly a second-rounder.
And a prospect.
But you're not getting a first round. No. That's just opinion.
Yeah.
That's all. I don't think he's valued that high as far as that goes. But I don't know if that's what the Toronto Maple Leafs need. They've got.
I wouldn't say it is.
They've got Jake Gardiner, and they've got
Morgan Riley.
Who are more offensive guys that join the attack and can take care of that duty from an offensive standpoint and keep the play alive in the offensive zone. I'm looking, like I said, more to Ryan Mcdonagh, a guy that can take care of his own end.
Shut down a little bit
more from a Leafs perspective. Yep. I mean, so I don't know if that's a fit for the Toronto Maple Leafs or some other places. And I mentioned, I think Tampa Bay, too. Maybe a little bit of a fit for Mike Green as well, possibly.
Yeah. You happy with that one? I know you said no muffins
just
coming from the
That wasn't a muffin. It was just a little too hopeful, I think, for the Detroit return.
All right.